Hello, everyone, and thank you for tuning in. Today, we're going to be talking about Cardano and its valuations against Ethereum. And I have here at the bottom the ETHBTC um, chart as well from Binance. The purposes of this video is to kind of talk about, from the perspective of Cardano, how to navigate, for Q2. And what we see here is we'll just take the recent data of Cardano against Ethereum ever since the start of January, or the week of December 28th. We saw Cardano make a bottom and rally an insane amount against Ethereum. It got itself above $1 at this point, and it went up to, I think, $1.37. That's the highest it's went, and it rallied like 400% from the top to where we are right now. It's rallied to get above 200%. Now, what I've been saying, in my last video about VeChain Ethereum, is that it's a smart. This is not financial advice, but for me, I believe it's smart to trade with against these pairs. Sell your VeChain when it's at its highest, at its higher Ethereum valuations, and then Ethereum will move because, as we've seen, Ethereum does move. It's not like it hasn't done anything. Um, and I would attribute that the same to Cardano. Now, a big asterisk is I'm not going to be 100% in Ethereum and 0% in VeChain, or in this case Cardano, um, and vice versa. What you should have is technically both assets, but one will have a larger stake than the other, and you kind of inflate one another cyclically. So, with the current price action of Cardano, Cardano is down 12.5%. It's and for the month of March, we've seen a retracement of 32%. And the Q2 month of April just started, so we're coming down now. Um, what is Ethereum doing? Well, this week Ethereum's rallied 8% against Bitcoin. So Ethereum's gaining strength. Um, and Cardano is waning. So another thing why I wanted to show both of these charts on the same page is that these coins do not necessarily rally at the same time. One precedes the other, and it doesn't have to be always Cardano that rallies first. If we take the most recent example, um, we saw Ethereum rally first. Then on January 18th, we saw the rally really come into fruition for Cardano, and at the same time, Ethereum waned. During April, the spring summer of 2020, we saw Cardano rally first. Then on July, uh, which ended on July 6th for Cardano, and then topped out. And then the 2 weeks after that, on the 20th, the week of July 20th, we saw Ethereum rally and Cardano wane. So we can look at each and every one, but uh, you ask yourself, well, we see Cardano rally now. It is now waning. Do we expect an Ethereum move? In my opinion, yes. I am expecting an Ethereum move. I don't know if it's gonna happen immediately though. I don't know it's gonna happen in Q2. There are arguments that say the summer, which is a possibility. Um, but uh, now should be the conversation of looking at your Cardano positions, or assets that you trade Ethereum against, and kind of ask yourself, well, maybe is it time to shift some of that liquidity back into Ethereum to then prepare for the rally of Ethereum. And that's entirely your decision. If we're seeing an Ethereum move in the summer, then we could very well see a continuation of altcoins at this point, right? Like, I mean, even now we see the likes of Uniswap, basic attention token, kind of in the green, Monero in the green, Binance token in the green, VeChain in the green, and so on and so forth. We could see a continuation of altcoins, in which case that would mean that Ethereum's not moving, because if Ethereum is going to rally, much like it has done before. Most of the time, altcoins will stand beside it and just watch, and they will lose their valuation against Ethereum. Um, so it's really a delicate balance, and that's why it's important to not be 100% in one asset over the other. You always technically have both assets, so you can reap the rewards of returns of both, and not expose yourself to the risks of just one, right? So if you did happen to take profits on Cardano and sold some to Ethereum, but you still have a Cardano position, so if Cardano continues to rally, well, you still have some Cardano that you can still settle at a later date. Um, and it would be up to you if you want to move that extra profit to Ethereum. Entirely up to you. And so that's the situation that we're dealing with here. I think we're preparing for an Ethereum run. We just don't know when. And I'm not going to sit here and tell you that I do know when. It just seems like it seems imminent because Ethereum's up 8% against Bitcoin for the week. We have been writing that symmetrical triangle of resistance line turned into support, and also we see Cardano against Ethereum falling. That it's falling. Those all indicate an Ethereum move, but I mean, Cardano can wane a bit further and kind of just move sideways, much like it did here until the next Cardano run. That's entirely a possibility. We just don't know. So I think the important thing is to at this moment start thinking about the idea of maybe switching, shifting your positions a bit in preparation for what's to come next. Um, the altcoin cycle cannot continue forever. It will be followed by an Ethereum run, which will be followed by a Bitcoin run. And I think that has been pretty consistent for the entirety of the market as a whole. And not just talking about 2021. I'm talking also during the runs of 2016, 2017, 2018. We saw that kind of similar thing happen. So I just want everyone to be aware of this. I'm not saying to sell all your Cardano. In fact, it might be wise to hold Cardano for the duration of the market cycle. In fact, that's probably a really good idea. But you want to maximize your returns. And so you don't necessarily want to be so invested in Cardano when it's losing valuations against Ethereum. Hence why you should be holding Ethereum as well. Again, this is not all financial advice. This is just how I see the market. I don't, full disclaimer, I don't hold any Cardano, but I feel like the same arguments can be made with VeChain. I think both assets have the same kind of chart pattern, and because of that, I would apply the same principles I do with VeChain with Cardano. I understand they're two different assets, but I mean, look at the charts; they look quite similar, and hence why I like these assets because they seem pseudo predictable. We have clear resistances and tops with VeChain against Ethereum, and also Cardano against Ethereum. These are some of the greatest assets I think to trade because of their pseudo predictability. I'm sure at some point that predictability is going to stop and I'm going to get burned. But for the time being, this is what price history has told us, and it has worked well so far. But that's all for today, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Take care. Bye bye.